Marvel Rivals. If you haven't heard about it, you're lying. It quickly became one of the biggest PvP hero shooters in just the last month since its release, and also a newfound addiction for myself. But as fun as the game is, and trust me, it's really fun, it has some issues. Now, I'm not going to come up here and cry about balancing issues or insta-lock characters yet, but I do want to talk about Captain America mains and why people choose to play it. Seriously, are you okay? Let me know. Please, reach out. But no, the issue I'm referring to is not really to do with the game itself, but rather the abhorrent online community. I'm talking about the meta chasers, the unemployed no-lifers, grinding away this game 24/7. Every time I hop on TikTok to watch a couple fun videos about this new game I love, I'm met with bullshit left and right. And yes, I know, getting on here to cry and whine about haters isn't going to do anything, especially when you're calling out to the void of about 43 inactive subscribers. I'm talking about clips like this.
Moon Knight is absurdly strong, but like most of the DPS in this game, is being horribly misplayed by 95% of the population.
I'm talking about clips like this.
I'm going to tell you guys the right way to play as Mr. Fantastic because I already know a lot of you guys are going to be misusing him.
Hey asshole, the character just came out, okay? Give it a rest. I know you're sealed to your chair 24/7. Maybe scoot those gaming wheels outside and get some fresh air for a change. Play Spider-Man, whip around the map, go 5-20 for all I care. But don't tell me that, 99% of Mr. Fantastic players don't know the first thing about... Shut up. I'm just here to have fun. And I want to see the funny clips, the silly videos where Jeff just eats the whole team and spits them off the map. You know, I like that stuff. I don't want to scroll on my feed and see some bullshit about how, I'm actually the anchor because I play Bucky. I don't have this binded to this nonsense. Another issue I'm having with this game is one that I'm sure many of the players have experienced themselves. And that's to do with every random insta-locking a DPS. Loading into a solo match almost guarantees that you're hard stuck playing a tank or a support. Just don't get me wrong, I love a good Doctor Strange, he's pretty fun, and Loki and Jeff, they're my goats. But shit like this drives me insane. I load into a match, I want to try and play Bucky, or God forbid, the new Mr. Fantastic. But no, within milliseconds, every single one of my teammates, ding, 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 instant DPS lock. In some games, there's always that one dead-eyed motherfucker who comes in 15 seconds after everyone's already picked, and he's looking at the lineup. Like, what do we got here? We got 5 DPSs so far. Yeah, I think we need a Black Panther for this team. I think that's the pick. What the fuck are you doing, man? All I'm trying to say is if you join a game and you see 3, 4, or 5 DPSs already locked and loaded,
don't pick another DPS.
Now I'm gonna say something crazy. I don't want a roll queue. When that shit came to Overwatch, that was the first domino, in my opinion, for its downfall. Many things ruined that game, but roll queue felt like the end of an era. I went from getting into a match within 10, 15, 30 seconds to waiting 10, sometimes 15 minutes for a single game of quick play. So, Marvel Rivals devs, please don't add that shit. That would ruin the game. So, do I have a solution for every random insta-locking a DPS? Nah, not really. I guess just play the game with friends and hope that they know how to form a team. Or I guess get used to sharing health packs with 5 other people. Now, I know I just mentioned something quite disgusting. That was Overwatch. I'm sorry. But you can't talk about Marvel Rivals without first wiping the dirt off on the grave of Overwatch 2. Maybe it's just my echo chamber on TikTok, but has anybody else been getting a litany of videos, clips, and live streams of Overwatch 2? I thought this game died years ago. Come to find out, It actually had about 24 million monthly players in November. And then after the release of Marvel Rivals, it only jumped down to 22 million. How are there 22 million people actively choosing Schlop while Peak is freely available to them? So to say the game's dead is kind of an overstatement. I really thought it was gone, done and dusted, but no. Somehow this necrotic corpse of a nothing burger game where you throw hundreds of dollars at garbage skin and DLC releases to get the same match 15 times over is worth it to people. Your life, your time, bro. The Overwatch devs have made a series of horrible mistakes that have kind of just led to the downfall of the game, in my opinion. Many of those being balancing fixes. Namely, did you know that for a span of a couple months, the Overwatch devs chose balancing decisions for major playable characters based on the whims of a cat? Yes, a literal cat. One of the developers' cat was making the decisions for a multi-million-dollar game. Let's get back on track. That's enough ranting and raving about Overwatch 2 for me. Again, I'm really sorry, but you can't talk about Rivals without talking about Overwatch. But I want to focus on the future of Marvel Rivals, because really that's what's important here. Season 1 just dropped, and they came out with some balancing adjustments. Neat. At first, I thought that they were kind of weak. There wasn't really much changed. It was all very minor. But in retrospect, I kind of think that's a good thing. These slight gradual changes over time will much likely keep the game more alive rather than nuking characters to the ground and bottom tier of playability like Overwatch. Now, maybe many people want to take my word on that these decisions are good, and I want to blame you for it. I have a confession. Maybe hard to believe, but I am in fact not a professional gamer. I'm just a gamer. Even though I ranked very high in Season 0 of Marvel Rivals, and that's one more reason why the dimwits of TikTok Marvel Rivals are driving me up the wall. We all suck at this game. Yes, we. Me and you. We suck. The game just came out. We're all gonna be bad. So stop hollering at people to switch off of this or switch off of that. And don't holler at me to hop off Jeff when I'm MVP and you're going 1-11 as fucking Iron Man. Anyway, I'm not gonna harp anymore. I love this game. I love these characters. I feel like there's a better attachment here than Overwatch ever had, and the game just dropped. And I must admit, I love this community. It is pretty fun to be a part of. There's some real funny shit every now and then in the quick play matches and the game chat where people are dropping MCU tier humor, and I love it. And if we all work really hard, maybe one day we can retire our parents and break out of silver rank. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.